Hi there, I'm Cher Johnston, and I'm not in my normal place because this is so big, and I have to kind of get over here. Have a little. There we go. But I have a lot to show you, and I decided that what I did is I measured my table, and I'm going to fill my table 3 times, and then it'll be long enough. Okay, hold on. I'm going to move you. Okay, I have a lot to show you. So this week's prompt is something that makes you happy. That's what this is. This is my most happy thing. I printed this. This is on the first day of school each year, my daughter has the kids stand outside the truck and she takes a picture. And that's this year's back to school picture. So that's what that is. So I think that's going to go in there. I also have, let me find a place to put these. Okay. I also have, I just bought a new batch of these. These are flour sack kitchen towels. They're just plain old. They're cheap. They're, I think I got these at Target. They're about $1 a piece or something. This is my favorite thing to stitch in. Also, I use them when I do watercolors and it gets paint all over it, and I like that. Then I use them. And this I tea dyed. I will also iron it, and so that it's because that's what I do. This is a piece for the top right hand corner. I needed a little piece. It says memories are stitched with love. So there's that. I found this. This is something that my mother made for me back in the 90s or the 80s, way back when we were making quillows. This is a panel that you put at the bottom to makes the quilt into a pillow, and you can take your feet and put your feet into the pocket, like you sew this around 3 sides at the bottom, and it makes a pocket. Then you fold it all up and twist it, and then it shows, the other side shows, and it makes a pillow. So there's that. I'm going to use that. This is a quilt. This is a different prompt. Is a quilt prompt. I made a little quilt, but then I found this one from my sister. It's a little small quilt. I took it apart. I took the batting out. I took the backing off, and I'm going to use that on the bottom of my quilt. Then I have a bunch of pieces I'm going to talk about. This was something that I made. One of the first things that I did on camera. I had a very hard time with it, and I didn't like it. When I got done, I thought this was just ridiculous looking. I thought it was ugly. I never even posted the video, but I'm going to put it in my quilt. This is something that my granddaughter made for me. This is something that makes me happy. I taught her to stitch, and she did this, and she did this. So those are going in there. Okay, then I have my something that reminds me of my mother, and I have this. That's my mother. She was, I think, 16. So that's going to go on the bottom. This is a lace or crochet doily. This is a crochet doily that I made. I stitched it down to some Tula pink fabric. This is something I've been cleaning and I've been finding things. This is just something that I made for no reason at all. I'm going to put that in there. This is something, I thought this was kind of cool. I don't know where this came from, but I do remember I had a shirt with a pocket and I kept the pocket. That's going to go on here. Then I found this. This is something that I was making. This is printed fabric. I did the initial, and I did these branches, and then I stopped. I lost it, and I recently found it. Um, I'm cleaning, and I'm finding all these things. This is the very first ribbon embroidery I did. This was from one of the Roxy's Journal of Stitchery that I never finished. That's the Garden Gate. This is, yeah, just a thing. Really like this one. This is just some beads. This is something I started, never finished it. This is, oh, this is something that I did recently on camera, and I don't know what to do with it. It might go in here. Then, oh, these are my, I already showed these. These are my trims. Those are the Tula trims. Then I have gifted things. These are from my friend. I'm way too close here. These are from my friend Michelle. These are just hankies and doilies. There's a table runner there. These are from my friend Sarah Lee Armstrong. She sent me a bunch of, this is a huge doily. I love it. Here's a couple more doilies, which I love. And I think she knows that I'm going to just cut them up. Some of this lace is like stretchy lace, which is fine. And some of it I may not. Look at this. I might not use all of it on, I'm sure I'm not going to use all of it on this thing. But some of the stretchy lace, which I don't like using on other things. I don't really like it. But it'll be fine for this. Look at this. And I may cut these up and just use pieces. I love this. This might go into a skirt for some little girls that I know. My niece Wanda has a granddaughter named Hazel who loves my crocheted things. I think I'm going to make, or I know I'm going to make someday. I'm going to make skirts for them. There's more. I don't know if this is just boring. This is so pretty. Some of this is vintage and some of it's not. Some of it I'm going to use and some, look at this. Some of these, I just love this. And I'm so glad she cut it up already because I'm not going to feel bad. But you know what? I'm also not going to feel bad about cutting stuff up. So there's a couple really large pieces here. Okay, so there's that. Now, the other thing that I wanted to talk about today, I'm just putting all this stuff on the floor for now. Um, things that I love. And I'm going to talk about this, and we're going to do something with this. I have a couple of shirts. I have this shirt. It's 100% silk. It's beautiful. It has these gorgeous buttons. It feels just yummy. I loved this shirt when I was skinny and I could wear it. I've kept it in my closet. I'm sure that you do this kind of thing too. It's been in my closet. What, waiting for me to lose weight? Um, and I I declutter and I get rid of things, and I cannot seem to, I have certain things I just can't seem to let go of. Um, I have one shirt that I wore a lot when I was skinny, and my kids don't want it. I don't want to just give it away, right? Because it means something to me. And it's the same with this. I decided that it's the same with this. I love this shirt. Can't wear it anymore. But you know what? I can cut it apart and make something else that I'm going to love just as well. I'm going to take this off because I like this. Well, you know what? I'm just going to cut it because I'm cutting this all up. I'm going to cut it apart. If you're, you might think, oh, hey, it's a beautiful shirt. You should give it to somebody who can wear it and enjoy it. And, well, poo on that. I don't want to. I thought I'd find somebody who I thought was worthy of such a gift. I don't know anyone who would be worthy of such a gift except me. Because I can really appreciate the you know what? I'm not even going to bother taking out the seams. I'm just going to cut it. I can appreciate the fabric, the feel of the fabric, the oh, it's just luscious. I just love it. I'm going to love cutting this up, and I have a pair of scissors that's bigger than this that I could use for this. I probably should. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm just going to take a little piece here. Let's see if we can rip it. Yes. And it's so old that it's gonna rip easily. It's gonna, like, wow, like, look at that. And then I'm gonna back it with some of that fabulous the where did I put it now? This. I'm gonna back it with some of this and stitch through it. And I don't know if you have done seed stitching or sashiko. Maybe I'll do a sashiko print on it where you do like a geometric shape and stitch it with that the sashiko thread. I'm sorry, I have the hiccups. then when you feel it, it's just so fabulous. Maybe what I should do is put, oh, I have an idea brewing. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to do that in a different video. I'll do a video where I'm going to use this. Then, there's another thing that I love. I love this shirt. It has pit stains, which is one of the reasons I didn't want to give it away. It has this denim collar. When I was younger, I wore blue jeans all the time. I lived in blue jeans. I loved this shirt. It's still in pretty good shape, right? Except for the pit stains. And it's way too small. So I'm going to take this. I'll take this off. I think I'm going to leave part of the collar and part of this on there and just sew that down. Because this, and I'm going to take these, of course. I'm going to cut these out. Look at that. I love it. And I'll save the buttons and all that. So that's going to be that. Then I had a pattern when I was younger for slacks that fit really well. They looked really nice. I made myself a nice pair of wool slacks that I've cut up already. This was the same pattern, but denim. I had a job where I couldn't wear blue jeans, so I found this fabric that doesn't look like blue jeans at all. The first day I wore it to work, they said, "Oh no, you can't wear denim. That's denim." So, but I can't wear them anymore, and I'm going to. I think what I might do is keep the. Let's see this. I might keep this and the zipper or something, and just sew it all down. Because it's a reminder, right? Or maybe I'll put the zipper in and put something behind it, or I don't know. Who knows? But I'm going to cut them up because that would make me very happy. Okay, now the other thing that I wanted to do today is I have this piece that I've been working on, and until I take you up and hold you in my hand, you can't really see the whole thing. So I also have this that I was working on. That's going to go on the bottom. So what I have here, and I have just all these other bits and pieces, crochet pieces, and I used to crochet lace and other things. So you can see this here. I'm going to just take you over here. I have this. I wanted to show this really close up. This is something that I made in a hoop, and I really like it. It has, those are all French knots and beads, and I really like it. So I did a herringbone stitch around the outside edge, and then I put little stitches there. So my plan is to take some of these little things here and place them around here. This needs a place. And fill in, I want to sort of fill in some of the white spaces. So we're at the halfway point. So I think what I'm going to do is finish this, like I'm going to fill in white spaces and then start stitching it down to my backing fabric, because we're, at the halfway point now. I had stitched down, I also have my favorite fabrics, this piece, which I had stitched down, and then I realized that I put it in the wrong spot. It was too high, so I couldn't put this on top, and I have other things I want on the bottom because the bottom's going to have a pocket. So I took it off. So I want to put it back on, but I want this piece here. I want to finish this piece here first and maybe put that on. Although I did want to go from the middle out. Anyway, for now I'm going to finish this and then start stitching things down to the backing. And yeah, then new prompt next week. But when I'll find, I need to find the love stitching that I was working on. Started cleaning, and when I clean, I find things that I had lost, but I also lose things that I was working on. That, I don't know. Does that happen to you? It happens to me a lot. It's unfortunate. Okay. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.